When I came home from my 12-hour shift, my wife said, "This pigsty is embarrassing. What do you even do all day?" She was standing in the living room, wearing fresh highlights that cost $300 and nails that cost another $100, and holding shopping bags from her 4th trip to the mall this week, while pointing at a single cup I'd left on the coffee table before my 5 o'clock shift. "Rebecca, I just worked 12 hours at the warehouse. You've been home all day." She laughed and sat down on the couch she'd bought last month for $4,000 that we couldn't afford. "I've been busy too. The salon took 4 hours. These highlights don't just happen." Then I had lunch with Brittany and we went shopping. "I'm exhausted." She kicked off designer shoes that cost more than I made in a week. "You went shopping again? The credit cards are maxed." She rolled her eyes. "I needed new workout clothes. How am I supposed to stay attractive for you if I don't have proper athleisure?" She hadn't worked out once since buying the $800 Peloton that was now a clothing rack. "Rebecca, the dishes are piled up. The laundry hasn't been done in 2 weeks. The bathroom is growing things." She stood up angry. "So clean it. You live here too. Why is housework always my job?" She hadn't had a job in 3 years. "Because I work 60 hours a week to pay for your shopping and you're home all day doing nothing." She gasped like I'd slapped her. "Nothing?" I maintained myself. "Do you know how much work it is to look this good? The skincare routine alone takes 2 hours." She spent 2 hours putting on creams that cost more than our groceries. "Then after skincare, I have to plan my outfit, check social media, book appointments, maintain friendships. I don't have time for housework." She said this while unemployed, living off my salary. "Your friends are all unemployed wives who spend their days shopping." She got defensive. "We're not unemployed. We're homemakers focusing on self-care and wellness. None of them made homes. They made credit card debt." "What home are you making? The house is filthy. We've eaten takeout for 6 months because you won't cook." She pulled out her phone. "Cooking is outdated. Modern women order in. It supports local restaurants." Supporting restaurants we couldn't afford while she bought ingredients that rotted in our fridge because she didn't know how to cook. "I found moldy food from 2 months ago in the vegetable drawer." She shrugged. "So throw it out. Why is that my problem?" Everything was her problem because she created it but refused to solve it. "Rebecca, I leave at 5 a.m. and get home at 7 p.m. When exactly should I clean?" She had an answer ready. "Weekends." Other husbands managed to keep houses clean while working. Other husbands had wives who contributed something. Those husbands have partners who help. "You spend weekends at the spa." She got angry. "Self-care isn't selfish. My therapist says I need to prioritize myself." Her therapist, whom she paid $200 an hour, validated her laziness. "Your therapist also says you have anxiety about working, but you seem fine shopping." She started crying. "You don't understand the pressure I'm under. Having to look perfect all the time. Keeping up with social expectations. It's exhausting." The only expectation was that she contribute anything to our marriage. "I'm asking you to wash a dish, maybe vacuum once a month." She threw herself on the couch dramatically. "This is emotional abuse. Expecting me to be your maid while I'm dealing with my mental health." Her mental health prevented housework, never shopping. "What about my mental health? Working myself to death while you complain about the house you won't clean." She stopped crying immediately. "That's different. Men don't have the same emotional complexity. You just go to work and turn your brain off." I lifted boxes all day, calculating how many I needed to lift to pay for her latest purchases. "I'm done, Rebecca. Clean the house or get out." She laughed. "Get out? This is my house too. Community property. I get half of everything, half of the debt she created. Then you can have half the housework." She stood up furious. "Fine, I'll show you how hard housework is. I'll clean tomorrow and you'll see why I can't do it regularly." The next day I came home to her on the couch crying again. "I tried to clean but I broke a nail. Look." She showed me a slightly chipped $150 manicure. "That's your excuse? A chipped nail?" She nodded seriously. "It's traumatic. Plus the cleaning chemicals might damage my skin. I have sensitive skin." Her skin survived chemical peels and acid treatments at spas. "Then wear gloves." She looked disgusted. "Rubber gloves? Like a servant?" "I don't think so." That night I stopped at the store and bought cleaning supplies. The next morning, instead of going to work, I called in sick for the first time in 5 years. Rebecca left at 9 for her hair appointment that would take all day. I cleaned everything. Every dish, every surface, every piece of laundry. The house was spotless. Then I packed her belongings. Full story on channel. Link below.